My name's Rosie Allison. I play goal shooter for England and Team Bath in the Super League. I also am in my final year studying biology at the University of Bath. I first moved to Bath when I was 16 years old. I was training for the World Youth Championships, which were held in the Cook Islands in 2009. So I moved here to give myself the best opportunity to get into the team, which I did manage to do. So I'm now 22 and I've been here ever since. It's intense. We have a really good training work ethic here. So being in the intensive netball training centre here at the University of Bath is really useful for our netball, and combining that with studying is useful to be in the same place as well. We're really lucky at Bath to have so many talented players, existing England players and up and coming England players. So the depth of the players that we have here is really great, and everyone's pushing each other for court time and just pushing each other in training, so it's really good.
Rosie's been in and around the Bath setup now for 7 years. When she was 15, she started to travel up here to access the high performance programme, and I remember giving her a first call up the night before one of our winning Super League finals way back when, 6 years ago, as a real youngster. And I've worked with her ever since, and she's clearly progressed very quickly and onto a very successful career, getting herself into the national squad.
As I mentioned, I'm final year biology student at the University of Bath, and I juggle this with training full-time as well. So it's challenging, but just need to be very organised with my time, make sure I've got enough snack and foods to last throughout the day, because most of the time I'll be up here from 7 AM to 9:30, 10 in the evening. So it's long days, but so long as I'm organised and have everything together, it seems to plan out so far.
Rosie's a really articulate, very mature person off the court. She manages her studies really well. She's a perfectionist, and she wants to achieve equally in her academic work as she does in her netball, which I think she has a very balanced approach towards. I think, whilst netball is growing in its profile, I still think we're a long way off people being able to live off their performance in the netball world. So I think Rosie's always been pretty level-headed when it comes to that.
So last semester I was doing my final year project, so I'd train here in the morning and then I'd head over to labs and back for some more training, and it's just very useful to have everything within such a close area, like walking distance from each other. So the great facilities that we have here, and the biology department is just across the lake, so it's quite useful. At the moment we're in the domestic part of the season, so our focus is Super League, but not so long term, just a couple of months after is the Commonwealth Games. So that's in the front of most of our minds as well. So at the moment we're in intense netball training centres. As soon as Super League finishes, we'll be into semi-centralised, which is all of the England girls will be training together to put us in the best position for Commonwealth Games.
I think it's really realistic that Rosie makes that squad. I think it's a great target for her to have, and having worked with her over the last few years, I think she's really grown and she's matured into her role within that senior setup. I'm sure she is nervous underneath a lot of the time, but she really manages to hide that, and I think in international sport that's definitely a characteristic that you've got to have, and I think she's put herself right on the map with regards to Anna Mays' selection for Commonwealth Games.
I am always proud every time I put on a blue and gold dress, a red and white dress. I got selected when I was 14, 15 years old. So I probably at that time didn't quite realise what I had in store for me. But yeah, just working hard has proved that you can reach your goals.